My name is Danilo. This happened 4 years ago, but I still can't explain it. I was looking for an apartment in Kiev. I found the perfect option on a listing site, cozy, cheap, right in the city center. The landlady was a pleasant woman in her 60s. She called herself Margarita Vasilievna. We arranged a viewing. Strangely, when I arrived at the address, there was no building, just an overgrown lot. I thought I'd made a mistake. But the map matched street number, even the photos from the listing. And then I heard a voice. Calm, female, familiar. Danilko, you came. Come in, I've been waiting. I looked around, no one. And in that moment, the house appeared. Out of thin air, old but neat, exactly like in the... I stepped inside. Everything felt alive, warm, the smell of fresh pie in the air, antique furniture. And Margarita was so kind, we talked, drank tea. I stayed for hours. And then I woke up lying on the ground in the middle of the weeds. Only half an hour had passed. I searched for the listing, it was gone, the number out of service. I told a realtor friend and he said, "Ah, Margarita's house, that one burned down in '96. Everyone inside died. But sometimes people still... Those who go in don't come back." I got lucky. Why? I don't know, but I never search for apartments downtown anymore. And I never answer unknown numbers after sunset. I couldn't sleep for weeks. Her voice haunted me. "Danilko, you came." Then something happened that broke my sense of reality again. I was walking past an old photo shop. On display, a series of black and white pictures. One of them... It was her, Margarita, holding a cup of tea, wearing the same dress, same peaceful look. I ran in. The clerk looked at me and said, "You saw her too?" "What?" "That woman in the photo. She wasn't there when we took it. It's from a roll of film from the '70s. She just appeared on one frame." I bought the photo, took it home, and that night it began again. After midnight I heard a creak, the scent of pie in the hallway. Then 3 knocks, pause 1, pause 2, pause 3. I opened the door, nothing. But on the floor lay a key holder, the same one from the house. Inside, an old key and a note. "You're not ready yet, but when you are, come back, we'll be waiting." I got chills, weeks. And now, 4 years later, I got a text. "The apartment is available again. Same address, last chance." I know I'll go back. Because the house is already inside me, I returned. At night, the house stood where it always did, like it had been waiting. This time it was different. No pie smell, no warmth, only cold silence. I walked through empty rooms, the walls cracked, furniture gone, and then the mirror. Words were written from inside the glass. "You're already inside. Now you either learn the truth or stay forever." I kept walking. The hallway stretched longer than it should have. I heard whispers, names, voices, then a door. Steel with the same symbol as on the key. I opened it. Behind it, not a basement, a monitor room. Huge, buzzing, filled with screens and documents, photos, people, each marked missing. Danilo Koval, 4.06.2021. Missing. Arina Sverstyuk, 12.1. Missing. Petro Lavrenko, 3.03.1983, and then she appeared. Margarita. But different, her eyes dead, her skin waxy. "You shouldn't have come back, Danilko," she said. "But maybe you'll be our next watcher." What? Someone has to open the door for the next ones. This house isn't a home, it's a portal, and those who seek it are already chosen. We don't kill, we observe. I looked behind me, no door, no escape. And then I understood this isn't folklore, it's an experiment. Margarita handed me a logbook. "Sign here if you agree. If not, you'll become one of the observed. Forever." I took the pen, looked at my name among the missing, and wrote another, "The one who will tell the story." Signing the book changed everything. Margarita smiled, not kindly, more like someone who just won a long game. "Good, you're part of the house now, be careful who you let in." She left me in the observation hall, alone. The screens flickered, people everywhere, unaware they were being watched, but I wasn't ready to be part of the machine. I wanted to... I started studying everything. The cables, the power, And then I found it, an old tape recorder connected to some hidden line. Beside it, cassettes, old recordings, people begging, warning. Each ended mid-sentence. I If you're hearing this, I made it out. My name is Danilo. This house is a trap. It's not haunted, it's built like a mechanism. Once you enter, you're part of the system. Don't sign the book. Burn the house. Erase it. I recorded everything I could, even how to destroy it through a cable in the sublevel. Then I crawled through the vent. There was only one way out. I emerged into daylight, but something was off. The city had changed. The people quieter. I didn't know how much time had passed, but I was out. I gave the cassette to a YouTuber who made videos about urban legends. He didn't believe me, but he took it. A month later, he disappeared. 2 months later, a new video appeared on his channel. No title, no face, just a voice. This house is not a home, it's a choice. And if you're listening, you're already.
I hid in the forest for months. No signal, no phone. And then I understood the house is afraid of me because I got out, because I remembered I went back to destroy it. I took gasoline canisters, a homemade power surge generator, the cassette, and my resolve. At first, the lot was empty, but I waited, and the house returned. I walked in. It recognized me. The walls pulsed, screens blinked, and there she was. But not calm anymore, angry. You broke the cycle, Danilko. They don't come anymore. You broke the signal. I came to end it. You can't. We're not physical. We're belief. You can't burn belief. But I can corrupt memory. I inserted the cassette and hit play. This house is not a home. The house trembled. The monitors flashed faces, names, screams. Margarita screamed. The walls cracked. I woke up in ash. The lot was empty. I walked away. And sometimes at night I hear a voice whisper, or maybe it was just a dream, Danilko. But I know the truth. The cycle is broken. I escaped. Now the choice is yours. If you ever see a listing for a cozy flat downtown, don't call. A year passed. No one saw Danilo again. His forums about paranormal events went silent. His name disappeared from every database. But the story of the house that doesn't exist began surfacing on strange YouTube channels. Sometimes as urban legend, sometimes as scrambled audio clips, but always with the same voice. If you're hearing this, then you're already close. Mark, a physics student, heard it. A skeptic, rational to the bone, until he received a strange letter, a real one, in paper, no return address. Inside, coordinates and a message. Calculate the threshold. If you can, save him. The coordinates led to the empty lot. Mark arrived at night, turned on his camera, started joking, recording until he heard crackling, whispering, and a child's laugh. Then the house appeared. But not old this time, not wooden. It was new, modern, glass and steel. He stepped inside and immediately sensed Danilo had told the truth. Worse, the house had evolved, adapted. Deep inside, beyond new server rooms and holographic displays, Mark found Danilo. Alive, older, gray in his beard. You heard the signal? Yeah. Then listen carefully. We didn't destroy the house, we just broke its shape, but its essence still exists, and now it's looking for a new host. Mark looked around. The house shifted subtly, breathing, watching. What if I say no? Then it'll choose you anyway. There was no real choice. Now the house speaks directly, not in whispers. Through emails, smart displays, subway screens. The house is open, coordinates sent, you've been chosen. Mark had to act. He knew if he did nothing, new victims would fall in. So he built a counterforce, a digital echo of the house. He called it the Void. A virtual room, identical to the house, but it held no trap, only mirrors. Everyone who entered saw themselves, their fears, their choice. Mark had created something the house hated most, free will. Then the house struck back. Inside the Void, a new room appeared, one Mark hadn't programmed. It had a sign. You are not the only builder, you are just a guest, and guests don't rewrite rules. Mark realized the house was learning him, and the Void was just a new level of the trap. Only one of them could survive, forever. Now Mark faced the choice, one, stay and destroy the house from the inside along with himself. Two, run, and the house would simply find someone else. Corrupt the Void, start over. Would he become the next heir, the savior, or the first one to truly rewrite the nature of the house? That was the final story. Part VII, the final choice. Mark stared into the screen. His reflection stared back. Behind him, thousands of faces, trapped, watching, unaware, and the house. You can leave, you can become the new architect, or you can disappear like Danilo, like the others. but Mark already knew the truth. The house wasn't a place. It was an idea living in the minds of those who feared it. And the only way to kill an idea was to give it a name. He climbed to the roof, uploaded the final script in the void, a file called Confession. Every screen, billboard, smart TV lit up across the city with one message. My name is Mark, and I saw the house. It's not a ghost, not a demon, it's a system. It feeds on our choices when we pick the easy road. I'm not asking you to believe me, I'm just giving you the coordinates, and if you're watching this, make a choice for once by yourself. And then he hit send. At that moment, the lights in the building went out, monitors died. The house disappeared. No explosion, no collapse, just absence. A week later, people on forums posted, "Weird, I looked for that apartment, it's gone now." Remember that Danilo story? Turns out it was just a weird video. You know what? I'm not scared anymore, it's just not interesting. That was the sign the idea was dead, fear unmasked, the cycle broken. Mark walked away, no one knows where. But sometimes, under strange TikTok videos, a comment appears. If you're reading this, you still have time, because the real house was always in our heads, and now it's empty.